Washington run sprint cars. I mean, very, very fast. The 44, one time.
One time.
One time.
Okay, so if that's who it is and stuff, I was trying to find him. I was trying to find him, and I could not find him until basically races, and then but it didn't look like him because he was in a filler cart. He was actually driving for someone else.
Right.
And so I didn't get a chance to find out if it actually was Renee's.
If he was this
Shane
tall,
Smith.
it was not Renee's.
If it was
9
feet tall,
yeah.
Shane's a big boy,
He's a big
dude.
old fella.
Oh
I don't
my
think
God.
he could fit him. It's
I think he. Well, when I saw him up at Elma here a couple of years ago and stuff, I don't know if he was doing something to the cockpit or something. But he was in Renee's car, and that's actually when Renee had another driver. And but dude, he's so damn tall. He's like 200. He's just a built
6
rock.
foot 40.
He's a built rock, dude. So. Jonathan Jorgensen, like I said, Chance Crum, Lindquist Center, a great battle for the lead side by side at times. It was either since the green flag drop, everybody literally went down, was nose to tail, run to the bottom or the middle groove. The 21 of Jonathan Jorgensen pulls it out by almost half a second over Chance Crum. Now remember some of these names because these names are going to get crazy with these notes. Okay. 22 cars started, right? Okay, with 22 cars started. With 22 cars started, this is how the field went. Nick Larson would take an early lead with Renee Angel and Chance Crum. At lap number 10, Nick would have literally, man, this is the cool thing, a half a straightaway lead over Crum. Shane Smith would bring out the caution on lap 12 for spinning. Once it came to a restart, this is how it went. Nick would clearly be the guy to beat. Now, when I talk about Nick Larson, Nick was the guy that, had massive forward drive. When it came down to it, it didn't matter restarts or whatever. He would just keep on kind of niching and pulling away from the rest of the field. Nick would be clearly the guy to beat, and the battle was for second between Crum and Turner. At the halfway point, caution again would come out out of 3 and 4. This is where it got really, really good. The restart would immediately have a caution again for a spin over there in 1 and 2. Restart again. Crum would drive to the bottom, and when I talk about driving to the bottom, if there was any more real estate to where the Uke tires and stuff were, he used every single one, every single bit of it, because the left front, he got it up on the bars with the left front, hovered over, all the tires and stuff, out of 1 and 2, and he would, this is the cool thing, he would push Nick Larson up out of 3 and 4, or out of 1 and 2, and bringing with him the one who he's battling for second, of course, would be Eric Turner. Larson, of course, then would battle Turner for second. But this is where it gets good. So, with 5 laps to go, another caution would come out, and at that time, Crum, Turner, Larson, they were your top 3. Those were the guys and stuff that, those were the guys and stuff to realistically beat. It was crazy. With 5 laps to go, caution would come out again. Restart, Turner would get around Larson. Chance Crum would win the first ever 50-lap Northwest Focus Midget Hero Race.
No way.
Dude, it was, and these guys, when I'm talking about smooth as fast, in running an epic race, I thought 50 laps, these midgets and stuff like that, I was kind of optimistic going, are they going to run into each other, a bunch of cautions, 50 laps, it's going to be crazy. I'm telling you, my mind was blown. The fans themselves were on their feet by lap 10 going, wow.
Yeah.
Nobody left the stands. Nobody.
And if you haven't seen a midget race at Sunset,
Dude.
if you get the opportunity, don't pass it up. It truly is exciting. It really is. Those cars are just so fast.
Man, the crazy thing about it too is that they only come down once a year. Me personally, I wish they would come down more. I wish they were on our schedule more.
That should be a class of cars that is as a regular twice a month at least.
Easy.
It's a
just like the Dwarf cars, because the
class.
fans don't see it all the time, and they thrive for it. And I had so many people, Facebook me and email me and all that type of stuff saying, man, that was the coolest show. Those midgets were awesome, Bob. We had great feedback. This is how it went. Would Chance Crum over Nick Turner, Larson, Rigg, Cooley, Evans, Thomas, Jorgensen, Renee Angel, a top 10 for her. She was 9th. Thomas Walker, Ray Steffens, Todd Hartman, Allie Piles, Hannah Lindquist, Haley Bauer, Chad Sinner, Lee St. Paul, Valbrick, Davison, Shane Smith would be top 20. Mackenzie Thomas would be 21st. And Brian Annie would be 22nd. But, dude, it was awesome. Awesome race, man. Cannot thank those guys enough for coming down. Everything they did, how professional and stuff they were, on my side of it and everything else, they were way, way, way cool. Let's talk about what's happening next week at Sunset Speedway Park.
Let's do
right?
it.
Next week, this is the cool thing. First annual 4B Bonanza. What I mean by Bonanza, 60 laps for the 4Bs. Now, it's not 60 laps all the same way.
I know this is,
We're doing 30 laps the right way, and we're stopping them. Now, this is the kicker, is if you go in the pits, the only thing you could change, we're going to stop on the backstretch. The only thing you could change is tire pressure and fuel. If you change a tire, go to the back. It has to be down. Yep. It has to be down. There's absolutely zero chassis setup stuff. Okay? You can't change tires, can't do it unless the tire's down. 30 and 30. Crazy bonanza.
That's going to be insane.
30 laps one way and 30 laps the wrong way. It's like going back to Portland Speedway when we used to flip the coin for the street stock race. You didn't know what setup you're going to do. Is either you're going left or you're going right. So also on the card is, of course, the IMCA Sport Mods. They're back in town.
Good.
John, Michael Melton, Christy Summers, all these guys are going to be there. The Bridgeport Logistics Street Stocks, the Pierce Stocks. Now, on the card, by themselves without the PHRA guys, Northwest Dwarfs are back again, and, of course, the 4Bs.
The 4Bs for the feature. Now,
that is my notes, man.
That's gonna be good. That's gonna be a good show next week for you guys. 60 laps with Hornets.
Telling you.
Jeez.
Oh, also, this is cool thing too. We have a driver that's coming out. Coming out of retirement. Right? Y'all remember Dave Ford?
No way.
English Dave Ford?
Yeah.
Dave Ford got himself a 4B car. He got it all painted up with some Arm & Hammer spray paint. So, dude, he's got his wife Amy out there with a spray can and
It's a family deal.
Definitely a family deal. First time out, he's coming out for the 60 lapper.
Wow.
And,
well, that'll be fun. That's a good way to come out.
Good old English Dave.
Well, I'll tell you what. Check it out. You guys call them 4Bs. We call them Hornets.
Yeah,
Great American Hornet
talk about
Challenge.
This.
Great American Hornet Challenge. I'm starting with the feature. I'm going to start with our feature class.
What?
Yep, I'm doing it. I'll tell you what.
Hold on, you're going off grid?
I'm going off grids. I'm changing things up here. So we're going to start our Willamette Speedway segment with our feature division from last week, our Hornet class.
All right.
Now,
wait, before you start, how many showed up?
Well, I'm getting ready. You see the look on my face like, okay. So let's go back to, AC/DC said it best. Money talks.
Money talks, that's right.
All right, so Willamette Speedway this year with the Hornets, we've struggled 4, 5, 6, 8 cars at best. You put $500 up to win 36 Hornets.
Shut
Came from all over the state, man.
Yeah, they did.
And this is crazy. This is crazy because we had, I'm telling you right now, we had some fast Hornet cars. Now, that being said, we had Hornets from multiple tracks that run multiple sets of rules. Chris Knobziger and the crew got together, and they tried to make it as balanced as possible, okay?
Right.
For given what everybody had to work with. And it was a good deal. They did things right. They put on a good show. 36 qualified. Fast time went to John Gartner, the number 48, 19,607. Okay.
Good time.
61.141 miles per hour. Okay. Not bad. Right behind him, one of your boys, Mr. Owen in the 23.
Now, mind you, last week he won our main event.
Okay. Well, 19,607 for Gartner, 19,612 for Owen. That's your top team. Separated by nothing.
Just
a
sliver.
Yeah, 5,000. I mean, just it was close. But we had, guys from Willamette. We had guys from Sunset. We had guys from Grove. Guys from, everywhere. It was just totally nuts how many cars showed up. But that's what happens when you put the money up. You're going to get the cars.
Telling you $500 for a Hornet or a B or whatever you want to call them.
You could buy the car.
Literally,
really
right?
could,
right? Yeah, you could have a spare in the trailer.
So, of the 36 cars that qualified, and this is something I wanted to talk about because we do talk about the future generations, the next up and coming group of people, and we had some very experienced drivers in the Hornets. We had drivers that were rookies. We had drivers that borrowed cars to get into this. Take a shot at the $500. Sam Potter, one of those drivers.
Did he really?
Yes, he did.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Was he another one that went to somebody's backyard and down a hill?
Oh, no.
And sprayed the bug?
No. He had a buddy that had a car sitting there. He's like, hey, why don't you let me use that car next week for the Great American Hornet Challenge? I take a shot at that $500.
Yeah,
his buddy says, "Hey, come get it. You can take it." That being said, we'll talk about just unbelievable how many cars showed up, and it was interesting to see what we have as regulars at Willamette and what we have as drivers throughout the state. Top-notch drivers in this class.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the drivers I want to talk about, just because I want to get this out of the way. We had a driver qualify. I seriously, it was just so funny to see. To actually look in the car and see little 10-year-old McLean Bowdoin. 10 years old he's in the not whole market number 17 Ford Ranger, okay? 10 years of age trying to qualify for the show, okay?
Did he?
He qualified near the back of the pack. He's never been in a big car. He still runs the cage carts.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll tell you what, here's a kid that he doesn't give up. He does not give up. But guys that were typically fast found themselves in mid-pack, and there were some people that surprised.
So were there some out-of-towners and stuff that kind of came in and showed some...
John Gartner, Owen,
Uh-huh.
Marcel Forte, Joe Miracle. The fastest Willamette guy on a regular basis was Tracy Muse. He was fifth fast. Right behind him, Ro Lavorne.
So my guys represented Sunset.
Very well. Yeah, in fact, very well. But with 36, Danny O'Neill showed up.
Oh, quick deal real quick. You talk about Owen. Do you hear what happened to him just days before this race?
I didn't.
So, somebody decided that...
I did hear about that, yeah.
So somebody decided, it's like, you know what? I'm going to be a crackhead.
Yeah.
And I'm going to steal his car in the bright of the day.
Who steals a race car? Are you going to take it somewhere and race it? You're going to get caught.
Apparently this dude did, but it was funny because Travis Cook, it was at his house.
Well, you don't want to...
And Cook sat there and got in his truck and pit maneuvered him into a tree at the end of the street and held him there.
Well, wait a second. I got to ask. Did he just hold him there? Because we know Travis Cook. I'm sure there might have been an accidental slip of the right hook or that's a tough dude right there. You don't want to go mess with Travis Cook.
I'm not exactly really sure. I told Owen and stuff that I wanted to put him on Moxie. I want to get an interview and stuff with him. Even now that he went down to Willamette, I want to talk about that and stuff. So next week, I'm going to get him on
sure,
the air because I'm going to talk about the 4B class that he's going to run there. And yeah, but I just kind of a little side note. If you guys didn't know that Owen's car in the 23, the lime green, fluorescent green car, tried to get stolen just days before Willamette Speedway.
Stupid. Who does that?
Yeah, so dumb.
Yeah, qualifying the fast qualifier 19607, 36 fast 21988. 2.3 seconds difference from top to bottom. Trophy Dash. 3 cars started the dash. And the winner of the dash was Marcel Forte out of the Cottage Grove area.
Nice.
The Forte name when it comes to sprint cars in the Northwest. Gartner was second. Owen was third. A little over 0.6 of a second. Forte got away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just picked it up and moved, huh?
He did. We had 1, 2, 3, 5 heat races.
Oh, my God.
5 heat races. 2 Bs and a feature.
5 heat races, 2 Bs.
Hornets on the track all night long. Oh my gosh! And when you've got 36 names and 8 of them, You know, as an announcer.
Wait. Gee, you almost had like a weekend like I had.
Well, and you know how it is when you got all this new stuff coming to your track that you're not real familiar with, and you study. I mean,